Alright, part 2. This is the part where I do the drawing for myself. So what I set out to do is I wanted to work on my speed as much as my accuracy. So the goal was to get a drawing down to about sort of 10 minutes while still being wonderfully accurate. What I didn't realize is that is the stuff of dreams for the moment. But I did make progress, as you will soon see. Roll the tape. So this is hour 0 and this is the first page of thumbnails. They're gonna be crap. I'm prepared myself for that. Should try for 20 hours, but we shall see how we go. So I started off drawing actually a lot better than I thought, and I started with, of course, earbuds, because that's what he started with, so I thought that'd be an easy way to start. Then I moved on to styluses, which actually turned out to be quite tricky. Just done a page of styluses, it's a semi-success. Anyway, the two I like, which I'm going to iterate on further, are this one, and then this one over here. So I'll iterate upon those two further, and we shall see how we go. Okay, so that's way longer than it should have. This is what I got. So, concepts, page, okay, very rough, but it's supposed to be rough. And then I went to this. Now the problem with this is, what I seem to do is when I have an unconfident line, I draw more lines, which makes the surface very tricky to read. So that was the first one. Then I think I went on to this one, a little bit better, but again it's still really hard to read, and you can see how I keep doing these unconfident scratchy lines. I need to stop that. And then I came on to this one, which is in perspective, which is nice, but again I still do that line thing where, especially in this corner, I was unconfident about that corner, so I do too many scratchy lines. Okay, I've been doing this for a few hours now, and I think I'm really struggling with is line confidence. This is being able to draw a nice straight line from yay to yay, easily and with confidence. So that's something I'm really struggling with. So to deal with that, I've been talking to the other Jacob, and he has told me to do this particular exercise over and over again until you start getting it perfectly every single time. I will show you the exercise now. So I'm going to show you 3 exercises. The first one you want to do is draw dots at the top and bottom of your page, and then try to draw a straight line that connects the 2 dots. The goal here is not to overshoot or miss the dot. And then do the same but horizontally, just like so. And try to shoot from one dot to the other dot. The next exercise is designed to strengthen your ellipse drawing. So draw a whole lot of parallel lines, and then draw ellipses between the 2 parallel lines, connecting them with the ellipse. Try not to overshoot and draw within the boundaries. A good rule of thumb is to try to do these exercises about 3 or 4 times before you draw each time. The final exercise is what's called shoot the bird, which basically you draw a whole lot of dots on the page and then connect them with straight lines. Simple. From my surprisingly good start with drawing the earbuds, I definitely took a downturn with the quality of my work, and it got trickier, not easier, for some reason. And it's hard to say. I mean, this one's okay. I'm pretty happy with that one. But once I started drawing these pots, it did not turn out well. This one I am ashamed of. So 11 minutes for this one. Mostly in proportion, but the lines are terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm gonna be the first to admit it. I am progressing, but slowly. And it's kind of frustrating. It's really hard for me to get speed and accuracy up at the same time. And I know that this is probably something that will be worked on. You know, it's something that you have to work on over the next 10 years to get good at it. But it's quite frustrating at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. But I am learning, so that's good. Anyway, let's get to it. When I started drawing the next day, something just clicked. It was at this point when I started drawing these bags that my work dramatically improved. So I'm just beginning to do drawings that I'm starting to get happy with, which is nice. So this is what I got. So I've just done a page full of nice sort of tote bags and satchels, which is cool. And it's considerably better from what one of my first ones is, which is that. Considerably better. So as well as line confidence, the other thing I struggled with was perspective on the fly. So I'm going to show you how I draw this bag. So once you've drawn your rectangle on the ground, you've got your shape, it's these projection lines I'm drawing out now that are the real secret. Once you draw them out, that sort of shows you how far your volume is going to extend. Now I'm doing the same thing for the pocket, and the other pocket, and so on. The idea is you want to go fast here, but still remain accurate, which is a tricky thing to do. So your perspective has to be good, but it has to be fast. And sometimes you won't get it exactly right, which is okay. You can correct it to an extent. I mean, this isn't the tidiest drawing, I have to admit, but it definitely gets the idea across off the bag. And I'm quite happy with it overall. Just putting on the finishing touches, and I'll give it a little drop shadow, looks nice. Right, I just thought I'd take this moment to explain the tools of the trade that I am using at the moment. For the actual sketches, you need 2 pens. So the first one is High-Tech Point Pilot pen, and it's been good, but the one I would recommend is the Papermate Flare. This is the one that the other Jacob uses, and unfortunately I couldn't find that in New Zealand, which sucks, but nah. And the second pen you need for your dark outlines is just your classic Sharpie. And then of course your little accents of colors, which adds to it. I'm just using Pro markers, but those are like any Copic markers, any sort of markers will work. So yeah, those are the 4 pens you use to do this drawing. It's very simple, it does not require a whole lot of cost, which is nice. After doing the bags, I did a few more hours of drawing and I was quite happy with the level I was at. It's quite good. I'm still a bit messy around the edges, but a massive improvement from the beginning. Okay, so I need a break. So I'm gonna go to the art gallery to peruse some art. So in total, at the end of this project, I did a lot of drawing for about 12 hours, I would imagine, of total drawing. And here is the finished product. All my drawings on the wall at once. Boom. So I prepared all the work, and it was now time for the review and critique session. But somehow I lost the footage for the Skype call. I don't know how. But I do have the audio for some reason. I don't know why. However, I'm going to play just a quick audio clip of some really good sage advice he gave at the very end of our critique session. I'm not sure if it was in your class, but there are quite a few students who don't draw. Like, they don't see it as a necessary factor for design. What would you say to that?
I would say they're not going to be able to communicate well. I would say sketching is our language as designers.
Right.
As a designer, if you can't sketch, you can't communicate. Oh, Jacob, I'm thinking of this object. It's kind of square, but kind of has soft corners, and the top surface kind of dips down, but it dips down halfway, and you understand what I mean by halfway, and it's kind of purple, but not really purple. Like, if you're telling that to an engineer, he's gonna be like, okay, guy, like, engineers deal in absolutes, like, he needs to know exactly what he's seeing on the page. So I'd say if you're not able to sketch a designer, you're not able to communicate, you're not able to rapidly ideate. I would say also it's limiting your speed.
So there we have it, people. I hope you have seen the importance of ideation sketching from these 2 videos and why it should definitely be something we should all be learning. I've learned so much from doing these 2 videos with Jacob, and I hope that you guys can learn as much as I did from watching them. That's my hope. As always, please subscribe and click that little bell, as that will give you a notification, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh man, and the next videos are gonna get hella awesome because I am off to Germany to do an internship and film. It'll be amazing. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Adios.